Coming up as our halftime show is heading your way next.
Woo! Got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Oh, hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
The year was 1919. Barbasol shaving cream was invented by a dreamer named Frank Shields. The world's first modern shave cream, Barbasol changed the face of shaving forever. A few billion shaves later, Frank's dream lives on. Behind every face is a dream. Barbasol proudly salutes every fearless, self-assured, wide-eyed dreamer all across America. Celebrating 100 years. Barbasol.
At Wrangler, we know that life is all about taking the reins, no matter what's in front of you or which way the road turns. Because life is one big glorious ride, and Wrangler jeans are made to handle every step of it. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Wrangler is made for those moments when your heart says go and you follow it beyond what's expected. Because when the heart calls, you gotta be ready in jeans that are made to move and built to last. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Everyone's so busy keeping up. Forget about the Joneses. We all on our telephones with the texts and the tweets and the beats. What he said, she said, can't even follow the thread. Down the hole, we all go. Me, I like keeping up too, with my Corona and my attitude. That's La Vida Más Fina.
Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Quarters are in the books. Coming up, we'll break down the box score, recap the first half of action, and get a check of scores from around the nation. Now in our Learfield Network studios, the man with the finest mustache in radio. Here he is, the one and only Kyle Schasberger.
24-12 is our halftime score. 13th ranked Ole Miss leading Tennessee at halftime from Neyland Stadium. Keeping tabs on a couple of top 5 teams, one on the road, another at home, both in the second half. Let's start in Knoxville. Starkville, we're in Knoxville, where 5th-ranked Alabama, losers at College Station a week ago, snapping their 19-game win streak and string of 100 straight against unranked opponents, are showing they're eager for the fresh start against Mississippi State.
1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Wide outs either way. Play action fake. Rice rolls right and throws. Complete Williams. Jamison midfield 50. Near sideline 40. Down the left sideline 30. Down the left sideline 20. And he's all the way in for a touchdown. That'll be 75 yards.
Eli Gold from Learfield, 1 of 3 tutties through the air for Bryce Young. That one to Jamison Williams, another to John Mechie, who's over 100 yards receiving, and a third just seconds ago, 51 yards to Brian Robinson. Bama leads 35-9 late stages of the third quarter. To Norman, where Caleb Williams is silencing any remaining questions there might be about who the starting quarterback should be at Oklahoma.
2nd and 5, still 26 seconds to go. OU has one timeout. Caleb Williams, straight drop. Looks left, throws back shoulder. Hazelwood, caught it! Touchdown, Oklahoma! Jaden Hazelwood, a beautiful comeback catch on the back shoulder throw from Caleb Williams.
It's Toby Rowland from Learfield. Williams is 13 of 15 for 261 yards and 2 touchdowns at halftime, and the Sooners hold a 24-14 advantage over TCU as they're ready to begin the second half. 6 of the last 9 between these two have been close, decided by a touchdown or less. And at Boston College, number 22 NC State is playing only their 2nd road game and first since week 2 when we had the Wolfpack in Mississippi State. It's the Pack 24 now, Eagles 7 in the third quarter. Finals today. Stetson Bennett tosses 3 TDs in number 1 Georgia's 30-13 win between the hedges versus number 11 Kentucky. Last week in Iowa City, college football Saturday night was there to witness a field storming at Kinnick as Iowa upended Penn State in a top 5 showdown. Today it was unranked Purdue, who spoiled homecoming for the nation's 2nd-ranked team.
2nd and 9 for the Boilermakers at the Hawkeye 21. O'Connell, here comes a Hawkeye blitz. O'Connell throws to the end zone. He's got a man out there. It's caught. It's a touchdown. David Bell with another reception, and the Boilermakers are blowing it open early in the fourth quarter.
It's Tim Newton from Learfield. Aiden O'Connell throws for 375 yards and 3 scores. David Bell hauls in 11 catches for 240 yards and that touchdown. Boilermakers end Iowa's 12-game winning streak. The Hawkeyes were playing with their highest ranking since 1985. Third-ranked Cincy throttles UCF, earning style points again this week to impress upon the College Football Playoff Committee, 56-21. The old brass spittoon remains with 10th-ranked Michigan State, 20-15. The road win for Sparty at IU. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know there was such thing as an old brass spittoon until preparing for this broadcast earlier this week. I will admit that is now my favorite rivalry trophy in all of college sports. Yes, it replaces the Paul Bunyan Trophy. Thank you. No shortage of drama on the Bayou and more as we pour over some of the other finals here today outside the top 10. How about 12th-ranked Oklahoma State, 32-24 winners at number 25. Texas Longhorns suffer a second straight defeat. 17th-ranked Arkansas loses for a second consecutive week, falling in that 52-51 shootout and thriller. In Oxford a week ago, they lose to Auburn at home, 38-23. 19th-ranked BYU, 2 straight losses. Sort of a theme here, falling at Baylor, 38-24. Also learned in that prep, Baylor actually invented homecoming. Yes, we'll try to fit in more of those nuggets later on as we move along in our broadcast. 20th-ranked Florida LSU. Okay, here's the one that is a real head-scratcher, or not, if you know the way this rivalry has gone over the past couple of seasons and really all time. LSU's won 2 straight over Florida, but again, drama, a lot of conversation about the future of Ed Ogeron. A lot of distractions, right? 15-0 national championship winning season for LSU in 2019. Record-setting performances all around. Joe Burrow, Joe Brady. Fast forward to now, well, the Tigers 8-8 across 1+ season since that national championship run. But tonight, maybe doing a little bit to minimize all of those distractions.
Gators 1 for 6 on 3rd down. Big one here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter from their own 25.5-yard line. Jones calls for the snap. It's a little low, but he handles it. Here comes pressure. Hyde steps to his left, and it's intercepted at the 37-yard line. Dwight McLaughlin, near side, 15, cuts in at the 10, 5, touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Pick 6.
Chris Blair on the LSU Sports Network, 49-42 is the final. Yeah, that hit the over. And how about the performance on the ground? 36 carries, 287 yards, 3 touchdowns for LSU's Tyrion Davis-Price. And the Tigers now 4-3, 2-2 in the SEC. Number 21, Texas A&M, 35-14 winners at Missouri. We'll see the Aggies in College Station next week against South Carolina. More on that matchup coming up. Still to come, 18th-ranked Arizona State and Utah, 10 o'clock Eastern start as they'll play in Salt Lake City. 24-12, our halftime score. Ole Miss in control of Tennessee. We'll give you those first half highlights when we return in a moment. It's College